This episode of the Cottrell Cast is sponsored by Coffee Underline in Ashton Indoor Market Hall. Grab a quick latte or cappuccino for only £1.20. Why not try a flavoured coffee for only £1.50 or take some coffee home from the wide range of great tasting coffee? That's Coffee Underline in Ashton Underline.
The Cottrell Cast, and you may well notice that we've actually all got hot sweats on, and this isn't just because it's very warm in the north, but it's because we had a bit of trouble at mill.
Stressful,
as they say. And well, I say we had stress, mostly Fraser, because
mostly me, basically.
All we did was just sit back and make rude jokes about Rolf Harris.
As you do, really, but I was under the... So, basically, the stressful situation we're having today is that the computer that we normally stream from has gone. Basically, it's been taken away from us, and so we've had to install everything into Michael's computer. And I thought I'd done it by about 2:45. I was like, great, we're going to be on by 8, but no. Instead, it's now, well, at the moment of recording this live on YouTube, it's 23 minutes past 8, which is ridiculous.
Is nearly half an hour late. But on the flip side, at least we managed to get there eventually, and that's all that matters. And I'm sure that our loyal fan base will accept that. Me and Alex are both exhausted, which Alex is currently over to the right-hand side of me, twiddling all the faders and stuff like that, and Fraser is currently walking off. We've got Michael here.
Hello.
Good morning, good evening to you.
Good evening.
Where did I get good morning from?
Habit.
It's been a real funny day today, because we're all practising now for this charity cycle that we've got coming up. We'll tell you more about that later. But we're exhausted. I know that me and Alex are, because we are fresh from... We did about 15 miles, I think. And you've been training as well, haven't you?
Earlier on today, yes.
How far did you get?
Well, I wasn't able to download that app until after I'd been, but you can work it out. Hyde to Marple.
1.5 miles then, so
there we go.
Not bad at all, really.
I'm glad that passing canal boat gave me a lift.
And Fraser has spent most of the day eating Pringles.
I've spent most of the day trying to fix all this stream and what's really going on, but I sound really quiet. Does anyone else think that? I think it's because my cable's broken.
It doesn't matter, it's only you.
You sound great, Gareth. You sound crystal clear.
Thank you very much.
Sadly, I sound absolutely horrendous. But it has been really stressful because I'm off to Wales in about half an hour. So I haven't packed. That is yet to happen. So I'm gonna have to sort all that out. But I tell you what you take away one thing, the whole operation falls apart. So you might see me changing the camera angle and stuff like that. That's because basically I haven't had time to do it before the stream.
It doesn't matter,
because the second that we got going was the second that we had to. We had to come on, but hopefully everything should sound okay and everything should be okay. If not, I don't know. There's no hope.
We'll blame you.
We've got plenty coming your way anyway. This is live. And next week, when Fraser's back, if he manages to get back in time, then we'll be joined by Fraser. If not, I've got the whole presentation skills, I think, to do it, but I wouldn't know where to start technical-wise.
Well, this week is live. We're here now. Next week, though, is pre-recorded. We might as well say it because everyone's got to know because we're going to be in the same clothes. But next week is...
I was thinking of changing.
Well,
I was thinking of changing. In fact, it was at the point where about 2.5 hours ago I had a beard, which you'll be able to see if you follow me on Facebook or Twitter. Alex has just gone, oh yeah, that's what's different. I had a beard. I hadn't shaved for about 2.5 weeks, and I had proper facial hair. So my plan was, if we were doing 2, we could fool them by, on this episode I had a beard, I'd go upstairs, shave, clean face for the next one.
For you lot, you won't even know the difference. You won't know. There'll be no difference. You'll still get it on iTunes on Tuesday. You'll still get it on YouTube on Tuesday. But however, for us, we'll just have a bit of a week off. Which is nice. If you hear children outside again, it's still boiling hot here in England, and so the kids are playing outside, which is Michael's favourite thing. Michael's here. He wasn't last week.
Hello again.
Oh, it was hilarious earlier on because we were here setting up and all we heard from the kids next door was, "Get away from me, you weirdo." And me and Fraser looked at each other and went, "Oh, thank goodness Michael's here next to us." So if you would like to share this with your friends, then that would be marvellous. All you need to do is to share on Facebook the link that we've posted. There's a few people watching us now, so if you would like to comment on the official Cottrell Cast Facebook page, or mine or Fraser's, the same with Twitter, then please do so, feel free to. And you'll notice that Fraser's getting up and he's doing things and he's tweaking stuff like that. So you're cycling at the minute, Michael. You started your training last week, didn't you?
Well, 2 weeks ago, but only short distances to start with while I got used to the bike. Now I'm going a bit further.
How's it going?
Fine, actually. I did suffer from saddle sore.
We had that earlier on our tandem, me and Alex. Can you imagine? That would be brilliant, wouldn't it, if me and Alex did it on a tandem?
Yeah, who would go at the back?
Well, I don't mind.
You get a face full of arse.
Yeah. That is the really awkward thing, isn't it? Where on the not Olympics, and you have made that mistake, Commonwealth Games, I was watching tandem racing, which is bizarre because the one at the front seems to be doing all the hard work, and the other one's there just trying to fight away from this arse in his face.
It's telling him where to go.
I have that every show I do. I have an arse in my viewpoint.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Thanks for that.
It's a solo show.
I'm still. You see, normally we'd have we'd try and fix all the errors before we come on, but instead I'm just getting up now and again to make sure
it's
that
fine.
Everything's.
That's
sound
part of the
really quiet.
Of the duty, I think, of it.
So. Yeah, we're here, just about, really, aren't we? I mean, we knew it was going to be a stressful podcast, but we are ready and we're prepared to
seasoned professionals.
Yeah, exactly.
Is the phrase I think you're looking for.
We are ready to give you a average standard podcast, really, for us. I mean, nothing's really incredible, is it?
Speak for yourself, there, Fraser. Me and Michael are raring to go.
Oh, also talking about bikes and saddle sorts. So Johnny, he was on the podcast before. He's lent us this road bike. He's lent Gareth this like fancy road bike like these on the Tour de France and stuff. I think it's
the Tour de France.
I said the Tour de France.
You said the Tour de France.
Alright, the Tour de France.
The Tour de France is some sort of occasion where a big poo on a big skateboard comes past and they all go, here he is coming through the city again, the Tour de France.
Wearing the brown jersey.
Oh no. So
we slipped into a deeper low level than I thought we were going in the first place.
He's let us his road bike, and I've always wanted to go on one because I just think they're amazing. Anyway, I went a few laps around the block yesterday on it, and I went on it when you went out for your bike ride. I thought, you know what, I'm going to have a cheeky little go.
Oh, here we go.
I went around the block a few more times because I don't have a helmet because Gareth's the only person.
I check for damage if I were you.
So
we'll be doing, don't you worry.
Anyway, I went on it. I got saddle sore, really hurt.
That's because
it's so hard.
What's the phrase I'm looking for? That's because you're lazy.
Basically, I'm not going to deny that. I am really lazy.
I wouldn't have trusted him on a bike after that last incident. I'm going back a couple of years, remember?
The bike?
In Hyde Park. The electric-powered bike.
I forgot all about that.
Do you remember that? Yeah.
No, I didn't.
So
part of the problem.
I went on this this little electronic bike thing, okay, and there I was having a great time, and I fell off it. I was the only person that fell off it, and what did I do to it? Did I cause it damage?
You did bend it a little bit, yeah.
That's like the old golf cart story that time.
All my jeans as well. I'm not really the luckiest person really with anything that moves, such as the incident we had with a golf cart where I flipped a golf cart. I didn't even know that was possible, but I managed to flip a golf cart. So I mean, yeah, I'm not really, you know, the most lucky, which is why I'm a little bit scared about driving, because I'll probably crash it.
Yes, but nearly 2 years on, because you haven't bothered to learn how to drive, then it'll be another 15 years until you ever drive. So problem sorted.
It isn't I can't be bothered. It's that I can't afford it. Really, that's the main reason. I just can't afford it. It's too much money. Like £20 for an hour.
Just learn the basics in a local supermarket car park when they're shut.
Is that what you did with your daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she passed first time.
Did she?
Yeah.
Emma or Hayley?
Emma.
How many lessons did she get?
Not many.
Really?
I did that same thing, because I bought a car at the age of 16 and it was parked outside here, and I used to polish it all the time.
You used to polish
No. And it was my pride and joy. I used to love it. And then Dad, every night, he would teach me how to drive. And he would make sure that I knew all the basics, which is great. So I only had to have about 3 official driving lessons just to polish up all my skills. I did pass the 3rd time, but I've always said that the first time, yes, I didn't deserve to pass, because I knocked over a pensioner and she was in a coma for about 4 weeks and then died. But the second time, I said that the old bloke walked out in front of me. It wasn't my fault. So why should I have failed?
Yeah. Why was he walking on the pavement where you were driving on it?
Exactly. It isn't fair, is it? I mean, how am I expected to avoid somebody who's walking so slow like that in a big high-vis jacket?
Coming into this conversation, bit weird.
I wish you'd go back out of the conversation. If I'm honest,
I've got a lot to do. I'm a busy man. I'm a busy man, Gareth.
So off to Wales for
off to Wales for 2 weeks.
2 weeks is it now?
2 weeks.
Oh, that's all right for some, isn't it?
2 weeks. Very excited. I feel like I haven't been there in ages, and I don't really, because I definitely have been there.
You were there about a month and a half ago.
It wasn't a month and a half ago. Mum and Dad went a month and a half ago. I went in April.
That long ago.
The birthday weekend.
Yeah.
I just feel like I haven't.
Do you mean you haven't had a holiday in under 2 months?
Yeah, it's crazy,
oh, you must
isn't
be exhausted. I mean, all that lying in bed and getting up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and coming down here and having Heinz tomato soup and then going back on his Mac again upstairs.
This is what you get, because obviously you work a morning shift. You don't understand. I get up at 9 or 8 every single morning. Every single morning, because I have a lot to do, Gareth.
Relax yourself. Do you just calm down?
I have a lot to do.
Don't overdo it.
I think he needs a coffee.
I think I do. Yeah,
well,
it's not time. It's not time for that.
If you do want coffee, I know a great place for it. Our kitchen, Nescafe Instant. It's easier.
We actually don't have any.
We haven't got coffee, have we?
Before, I was eating curiously cinnamon Grahams. I was eating them out of the bag before after tea. I was still really hungry.
I'll rock and roll.
Still really hungry.
Talking of food, something we did, which we haven't done in quite a while, last week, was a barbecue.
Oh, I know.
And we did this outside in the yard where I was the chef.
Just before the podcast.
What day was it now?
It wasn't on Tuesday. It was on...
No, it wasn't on Tuesday. It was...
Maybe it was on Wednesday.
No, it was Thursday.
It was Thursday.
And I remember because Thursdays is Mum's down day.
Yeah,
when she doesn't make tea, so it's either fish and... Mind you, no, because Chloe came round and we had fish and chips on Thursday.
It was
so
Friday.
What day was it?
It wasn't Friday either.
It wasn't Friday. Or was it Friday?
It was Wednesday. No, it was Wednesday. It was definitely Wednesday. Anyway, there you go, discussing what day of the week we had a barbecue. Riveting.
But anyway, I cooked it all. Nobody had food poisoning, and we had some chicken left over. So, next door walked past, put the chicken in his top pocket. I actually did.
That is no lie.
And that is no lie, because he was walking past James, top bloke, and he says to us, "Hi Gareth, are you alright?" And rather than saying, "Yeah, I'm fine," I said, "Here, have some chicken." And I wrapped it up in some tin foil, put it in his top pocket. I realised that tin foil conducts heat, and it nearly burnt his nipple off. So instead, I wrapped it in...
cling film.
Kitchen roll.
Oh.
and then replaced it in there. And just shift these empties out of the way, yeah?
You say you
Like a
put chicken in his breast pocket.
Oh, I see where you're going with that. Chicken breast.
Pocket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is. Actually a chicken leg.
Chicken breast pocket.
No,
There we
It
go.
was actually a chicken leg.
But it was alright, I thought. A good BBQ.
BBQ.
That was alright, I felt. Although, this... Oh,
My lights run out of
some
battery.
sort of power cut or something?
It's alright, I'll do it. Carry on.
Could this podcast get any worse?
This is
Every
what I mean.
single item of technology today has gone wrong on us.
Honestly, everything is just breaking around us.
At least the microphones are still. No, they are still working.
No, they aren't working because mine isn't.
At
working.
least I haven't died.
Anyway, you lot talk amongst yourself. I'll fix the line.
We will do. Come on, Techie, crack on with it. So yeah, barbecues in our house are always a real fuss because what happens is we just go with the flow. I'll cook it, I'll eat it, and if anyone wants bits and pieces, they can just go for it. It's fine, no problem. Whereas Dad's vegetarian, which is normally a problem because you can do veggie burgers, loads of other stuff, but he complains so much. He says it's too much hassle, even though all he has to do is sit in the front room and eat it.
Too much hassle.
That's the thing he always says. It's like, oh, it's too much hassle. This, I can't be doing this. It's just too much hassle. So it just makes us all feel really awkward. And we've now got here, this is funny because you won't be able to see this, but I can see it now, and it's like some emergency tech operation going on. There we go, I've seen the lights. We've got Fraser crawling under tables, we've got Alex doing sign language to Fraser saying, I haven't got one. What he's referring to, I'm not quite sure at all.
Brain?
Yes, yeah. Or funny jokes, maybe. We'll leave the coffee underline plug to Fraser because he does it best, obviously. And we're going to be talking later on about an interesting article which Alex found before we came on air, which is all about a lady who has decided that she's going to sell tickets so that people can watch her give birth. You've witnessed birth happening twice, is this right?
Yes.
What would you say it's like? Is it... Because if you saw a person that you don't know giving birth, it would maybe be a bit sick.
No, it wouldn't be sick, it would just be odd.
But if it's your own wife, is it different?
Yeah, I mean, it's unpleasant, uncomfortable, and that's just from my point of view. But
is
the
it
best
quite-
thing is when they just hand you the baby after. Oh, right, great.
Well, when you...
It was all worth it.
There we
It must
go.
be amazing, that.
It's better, Alex-ish. A little bit, anyway. Sorry, we've been...
You
fixing
sorted
things.
it out.
Yeah, this article...
Whilst you're up and going, is there
no.
any chance that I can have that monitor a bit further that way so that I can see
No.
what's happening, please?
I hate
Because
this.
I have
Last
to do
week,
it.
What? Okay, the television was up there, and Gareth was watching himself.
No, it isn't that. I have to see figures so that I know what I'm doing. So if you'll just turn it round, please.
You won't be able to see it anyway.
That'd be
There you
great.
go. Can you see it? No, you can't.
Whereabouts is it?
There we go.
Point
See,
to it. Point to it.
Even if I did, he wouldn't do there. There you go.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Oh,
I can
my
see that now.
goodness.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
so-
No, I
It's happy now.
just have
So
to
this,
see.
so this article, which Alex found earlier, which I saw as well this morning. What's the name, Alex? Shout it out.
Jodie. Hold on.
Marsh.
Is it Jodie Marsh? Maybe it is.
No, it can't be Jodie Marsh, can it?
I don't know. I think she was in Big Brother. Has he lost it? He's lost it already. This podcast is fast turning into a bit of a shambles.
Her name is...
Oh, come on. He's only looking for a name. This isn't difficult, is it?
Her name is hard to find.
Is it? What an odd name.
That's a really
Yeah, I
weird
thought you
name.
called Jodie.
Josie Cunningham. She's been all over the news because, first of all, she got a boob job on the NHS.
So did Michael, funnily
no,
enough. And I tell you what,
no,
wow, what a
Michael
great
got-
job they've done.
Michael got a reduction
Yeah.
on the NHS.
Should have seen him before.
So she got a boob job on the NHS. That was quite a major story. And then her other story was that she had an abortion to get on Big Brother. That
Why?
was another.
How would
I
that
don't
help
know,
her-
because
help her
she was
chances?
expecting a baby. She couldn't go on because she was expecting a baby. So she said she'll get an abortion so that she can go on it.
So they would have terminated her contract.
Yeah. Oh my, Michael.
Do you know what?
And then wait, there's another one. The next one, which is what's led into this one, is that she had a deal with a pound shop. They didn't mention what pound shop, but to sell her birthing video in stores for £1, and then they cancelled that deal because
What's she called?
What?
Josie
Cunningham. And then this final story now is that she's selling tickets to see her give birth, starting at £10,000.
So how many people can you get in a delivery room?
That's what I was thinking. It's not like an audience with, Josie Cunningham.
This woman needs to disappear, really, because she's just... From everything you've told me, she's just so self-centred. She's just
fame.
A waste of space.
She wants fame, that's all.
If she wants fame that bad, then all I can say is that I hope that the fame finally destroys her.
Oh, okay.
Because no, it's just a ridiculous situation where anybody would want to actually go to those lengths in order to get on TV and to just make some sort of career out of what? Because even if you win Big Brother, even if you do stuff like that.
I don't know what she's saying. She's saying something about Facebook. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. I know what she's talking about. Carry on talk. We are still live.
Is there any other tech problems that we need to know about here?
Carry on talking.
Are we actually broadcasting, or are we just talking to ourselves? In fact, I'm going to check it now because I am paranoid that we are just sat
there we
here.
go. Alex is watching it over there.
Excellent.
It's Mum that can't find it.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Mum doesn't know what Facebook works. In fact, we did talk about this the other day, where people of a certain age, they should be just like Facebook. If you're too young, then
shouldn't be allowed. Yeah.
You aren't allowed on Facebook.
If you're over a certain age, you shouldn't be allowed to use it.
Michael's all right, actually. Michael knows how to use Facebook, whereas we've got relatives here, naming no names, but all my aunties and uncles, and they will post something on their wall which they think goes to the person it's meant to. For example, our auntie, she posted "Happy Birthday Fraser" on her own wall.
Status.
There was no tag there. I mean, it's okay if you tagged him in it and said "Happy Birthday Fraser," but it was just...
She just said, "Have a great day, Fraser."
And I only saw that and passed it on to Fraser because I just happened to see it on my own wall. And so many people do it. It's like my uncle Gordon does this, where he will post a message which... And he'll have to be careful doing this, but he will post a message, "Stop messing."
No, I'm messing.
Where what he does is... he will think it's going to a personal inbox, and he posts it on his wall.
And they post it to each other.
Dangerous.
They just don't know how the internet works for some reason, and it really irritates me. And also, they use it instead of a social tool like we all use it for. They use it as a stalking tool. That's what they use it for. My mum, once. Now this is really weird. So on my 18th birthday, we had like a little like family do kind of thing, and my cousin brought along one of her friends. All right, and my mum has never met this girl, but has seen her on Facebook, and went up to him and went, "Oh, hi, you must be such a body. Oh, didn't you go to school with Sherry?" She knew all of this because of Facebook, and because they all use it as some like weird stalking tool.
Happy birthday for September.
Yeah, it's weird. It's so weird. Although Michael posted a little selfie. Did you see that on Facebook the other day?
What, recently?
Last week.
Yes.
Did you? How did that come about?
I accidentally shaved all my hair off.
Oh, I saw this.
How? It looks no different.
It's grown since then.
Really? How did you accidentally shave all your hair off?
We know I cut my own hair.
No, you don't.
I do.
No way.
You can't get results like that from your own talent, surely not.
What? So,
well, I've got some hair clippers. Because it all goes back years ago, and I was working 5 days a week, and the only time the barber was open was Saturday morning, so I'd go for a haircut, and it was always packed, and I was sick of having to wait, so I was introduced to, clippers by my brother, actually. He says, "Look, what do you think of my hair? He says, well, that's good. He says,
That's good.
I do it at home.
A haircut like that.
By
That's
myself.
good.
It's easy to maintain.
Have you seen those little round things you just grab and just go like that? I might
Yep.
get you one. Is that what you have?
No, just the normal hairdressing ones. I get my daughter to finish up the bits I've missed, but it only takes a few minutes.
I can imagine coming out of the bathroom. Look what I've done, patches.
Yeah.
Of, like long, like number 6 hair, just dangling. From
On this topic of hair, I'm now reaching a point where I'm thinking of, after the wedding, shaving it all off.
Why?
Because it's useless.
Okay.
Alex is there going,
Can I
don't
just
do
say
this.
something? Okay, yesterday I was on the train with Chloe and we were talking about, because she said to me, she went, Fraser, you're actually going bald.
You are going bald.
Receding hairline, okay, and I'm not bothered, I don't care, but Gareth is really sensitive about his hair, as we all know, and there's a video on YouTube from like August last year, maybe September last year, and he had longer hair then because he just let it grow out a little more. Now he started having it cut really short, so he looks like he's bald.
I don't have it cut, look, okay?
You have it
it's
cut
short
really
around
short
here,
at the
but it's not
sides.
short there. Look at that. That's not short. This
I
is called
agree.
the comb over, my friend.
Yeah, but
Which is the problem to start with.
If you grew all your hair to that length, as it is
I
on
couldn't
top,
get, but it would just go curly, and then here at the sides it's not growing here, which means that that's the problem. So I'm thinking that after what?
Michael just laughed.
Just remind me, one of my most embarrassing moments happened in a barber shop.
Go on.
The guy was cutting my hair with clippers, and he just stopped and looked. And then he started clipping my ear hair. It was that long.
No! Oh my goodness! Yeah,
There's a
you
picture
do.
of me
You
there
look
that
like
Alex has brought up.
you look like Trevor from GTA.
Excellent. Well, thank
You
you very
actually
much,
do.
Trevor.
Oh my goodness!
My problem is, okay, that I don't quite know what to do with it, because I can't grow it long because it will look ridiculous. I can't have it cut too short because, again, it will show all the bald bits. So what do I do with it?
If you have it shaven, you'll look like Michael.
Good. And the
Mine's
other
grey.
problem is that I once had a friend, now I haven't any, but I once had a friend who was in my situation, and he shaved it all off and it never returned.
Really?
It just went. I mean, it would grow back, but it was gone. That was it. It was almost as if his follicles, they were there waiting, and then as soon as he decided it's going, they decided we are as well, and that was it.
Hair today, gone tomorrow.
Well, it was.
Honestly, I don't know what I do if I lost my hair. My hair is like my thing. That's what if there's one thing, it might look ridiculous, but
No,
you know
Fraser.
what? It's one thing that I have,
No.
I have awful eyesight. I can't develop muscles. I can't grow a beard. I can't do any of these things, but I can grow damn good hair.
Don't be so harsh on yourself. You've got loads of talent. You can. Anyway, who watched
How
the
long was
Commonwealth
Gareth
Games?
thinking about that joke then?
Commonwealth Games?
I've seen a bit of it.
Opening ceremony?
No,
Did
missed
you
that.
watch that?
No.
Barrowman.
Pub night.
That is one word. Barrowman.
Oh yeah, I didn't see this.
What an incredible performance. Not necessarily incredible because he was any good, but just because I don't understand him. I
John
don't know
Barrowman.
what he does. I don't know how he does it, but
He's just a person they just bring
he
out.
just sort of, I mean, how long is it and since he's even lived in Scotland? It must be about 30 years. And then as soon as any big event comes, here we go. I was born in Scotland, and I lived there till the age of 2.5.
If you notice anything, that when he's on television normally, hi there guys, like some LA, swooner accent, and
LA
then,
swooner accent.
and then the instant that he's on like British TV, or he does, or he
Yeah,
does
knuck, knucky, knucky,
stuff
noo.
like this, he's suddenly Scottish.
And
Weird, damn it.
I just don't
Weird.
understand it, how it's just, he just appears somehow, and it's, he's here again. And one thing that really I liked was the dancing tea cakes, if you saw that. Do you know those tea cakes where they're wrapped in silver and red foil, where you've got the biscuit, you've got marshmallow, and then chocolate over that, yeah?
What's it called?
They're called tea cakes.
Tea cakes.
They're not called something then tea cakes.
And they happened to be made near Scotland. So they decided, well, we'll cash in on this. And they actually had adults prancing around in costumes of tea cakes.
Well, if it was Scotland, why didn't they have Rod Stewart performing?
They did.
Oh, did they?
He was there, yeah.
And
Lulu?
then-
She wasn't. I don't think she was on the main performance, but she was warming up the crowds.
And then you know what they have in all the when you
There we go. That was me.
That was good,
Not her.
Oh, really? Was it?
Yeah. Hard to believe.
when you watch all the interviews of like the athletes and stuff, like when they like sit down like press conference interview. In the front, they obviously have like people they're sponsored by, but instead they do like little cheeky product placement. Instead, they have a bottle of water, and then next to it a bottle of Iron Brew.
They don't.
I'm not kidding you. I swear on my
And
deathbed.
whenever any athletes lose, local ones, did you know that anybody,
Only Scottish.
Scottish athletes, if they're upset, they actually cry Iron Brew?
Yeah,
Did you know?
that's
And
where Iron Brew comes from.
that is how it's made. I always thought it was just sugar, it was all this fruit pudding, but actually, Scottish people cry Iron Brew, and out of other ends, you have haggis and other such stuff.
Iron Brew, I never knew that. That's why it tastes so sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's misery.
I like Iron Brew though. I like Iron Brew.
I haven't
I
had it
do.
in ages. Iron Brew. Do you remember Tizer?
Tizer was
Where
the
did
same as
Tizer
Iron
ever go
Brew.
to?
They're
That's
still
why.
available.
Is Tizer not
The
just
same as Iron
a
Brew.
sort of British copy of Iron Brew?
I don't know.
It's not
No, it
British,
doesn't
is it,
take.
either?
I don't know. I can't describe the taste of Tizer.
And one awkward moment as well was when the Queen opened it all up and she had to meet local Scottish MPs, and I bet she was thinking, well, if you vote independence, I won't be coming here again.
And then also, you know how the Queen leaves a message in the Commonwealth Games, like, what's it called?
Baton.
Well, they had to like, obviously had like a screwball top, but someone was like cross-thread it, so they couldn't get the top off it. Alright.
Oh, you missed this, Michael.
They
It was
were
hilarious.
it was like 5 minutes, I'm not kidding you, like 5 minutes straight of like 4 people coming up and all trying to open
Well,
it.
isn't it a flame then?
No, it's not. It's like a big baton which
It has
you
a light on it.
You take off the top, and there's a message which the Queen put in 200 and odd days ago at Buckingham Palace. It's been sent
Right,
around
yeah.
the Commonwealth.
I know what the message was.
And then-
Don't over tighten.
it was funny because at all these public events, when anything goes wrong, you hit a moment when you have that awkward laugh and it's like, look, it's not coming off. But then, after a minute and a half, that awkward moment and the awkward laughs can't continue.
It just turns into
And
some like
sheer
weird...
panic happened then, and you saw Chris Hoy
Yeah,
come
Chris
in,
Hoy came
who was
up
at the
and had a
back,
go.
and then he was thinking, do I go and have a go at this? And he did, and he couldn't do it. And this old guy, who was, I'm not sure who he was, he may have been a representative from the last Commonwealth Games, and he was meant to open it up, hand it to the Queen, and she reads it out. But he couldn't open it, and he was there awkward laughing. Chris Hoy came on, couldn't do it, and then you were thinking, wouldn't this be great if the Queen just goes, pass it here please, and just snaps it over me.
And Charles comes over. Oh, mother!
Angry, is he? Well, he is after all that. You've made us look like a fool, mother. I wish you'd hurry up and die so I can take over.
Oh, that's just...
That was harsh.
It's too far.
That was harsh. It was a very proud moment, actually, and I am all for the Royals. I know that people do always criticise them, but I am all for the Royals, and one day I would love to get knighted.
Well, marry into the
Really?
family if you can, or you can't.
No,
Could
I've
be.
asked him, Charles, but he's having none of it.
No, if Scotland becomes independent, what happens to Balmoral, the Queen's Scottish residence?
It's burnt to the ground.
Goes on eBay.
Oh,
That's what happens. Goes on eBay.
Alex has put his hand up.
Isn't Balmoral all people's home?
We're talking about the one up the road.
yes, when the Queen's there, yeah.
There
That's
actually
right,
is.
Alex.
There actually
It is one
an
around
Alex
here.
Jones.
Balmoral Care Home on the road.
Balmoral.
Can you imagine? Charles and Philip.
They're old enough, aren't they?
Plastic seats.
They are old enough,
obviously. But I asked my dad, because what happens in this situation where if they vote for independence, they won't be in the Commonwealth, will they, anymore, unless they're allowed back in it? And they have to ask or some sort of official thing has to happen so that they can come back into it. Wouldn't it be great if the Queen just says, no, you've made your bed, now lie in it.
It's
We're
true.
having none of it.
It's true, and also they'll have to develop their own currency as well.
I thought...
They'll have to have their own currency because they can't use British
Well,
sterling.
good.
They might
Good.
join the euro.
Yeah, but that means they
ra-
have to join Europe.
rather than have coins, just deal in haggis.
Yeah, I'll give you 3 haggis for that car.
I will give you
It's worth 4,
3
mate.
haggis and a few tears of my iron brew for
Yeah.
that car over there.
It'd work. It'd be a good currency. It'd be really Scottish.
But all in all, so far, a very exciting Commonwealth Games because lots of records have been broken. One of the youngest winners, a swimmer, how old was she?
17.
13.
She was 1.5. No,
Was she?
13 years old.
No way.
And if you see, it was the most adorable thing because she goes up to collect the bronze medal and she was more excited the fact that all the family are there watching and she was waving to them rather than the fact that she's actually a Commonwealth World Champion, which is amazing.
13.
13. She was 13 years old.
That's mental.
Fact.
That is mental.
I'll bring up a little picture here.
Oh,
if you're
good.
interested.
Yeah, I am interested in a photo of a 13-year-old girl in a swim costume.
Let's not Google that. We all know what happened to
Actually,
Uncle Rolf.
How are they allowed to broadcast something like that? A
Because it's
13-year-old
not.
girl in a...
It isn't because see, this is where the world has gone.
Come on, I want
mad.
to see this photo of a 13-year-old girl in a swimsuit, Gary.
I'm not googling that.
Have
I'm
you not
putting
saved it?
13-year.
Actually,
Michael has
common-
loads on it.
Nowadays, the
Well-
ladies wear those all-in-one suits now because apparently you can go faster in them.
Yeah, that is true. Full body suit. Yeah,
A full skin,
Yeah.
as they
Yeah.
call it.
Yeah. Well,
I
if you
once
had
had
4 of them,
Right, here she is.
both go for the same job.
Wow. Era Davis becomes the youngest ever Commonwealth Games medal
I'm a
winner.
little bit worried when you saw
Look.
that. You went, "Wow! Oh
Look at
my
that.
goodness! She's actually a child. Oh
well,
my goodness!
yeah, she's 13.
She's
What?
technically a teenager.
It's
She is
amazing.
actually, isn't she? Yeah, she's a teenager. Video no longer available. Yeah,
Must be.
I wonder why.
It's awful, isn't it? Where nowadays you have to be so careful, and it's like
She doesn't look that young, actually.
everyone there watching a
And
win,
she's
and they're
like-
going, "Wow, isn't this great?" And then they go, "She's 13," and everyone went, "Can't look anymore."
Look at that in comparison
Be
to all the
accused
other
of-
winners. Yeah.
It's amazing though, isn't it? 13. I mean, at 13, I was playing with action men
Yeah.
and just messing around in my room.
I wouldn't have even thought about doing that.
She's tiny. Do you think the others let her win just because she's so small?
Yeah,
Let her
come on,
win.
lads.
It's not some sort of thing like, "Oh, she's 13. Go on, have a bronze."
Can you imagine? Oh,
I bet she tried to take the wrapper off. Oh, it's chocolate.
Chocolate money.
All right, one I watched was it was a disabled swimming race because obviously they do the Para-Olympic, well, like the Para Commonwealth Games.
At the same time, that's unusual.
Yeah, at the same time, and I was watching one, the swimming, okay, and they said they went, looking at them, you might think they all have, the disabilities aren't fair. Like one guy had no leg, one had no arm, and then the other was fine. And then they went, but don't worry, everyone's been tested, and everyone's fine.
How do
know,
you test that?
No, because you test the speeds of how quick they're going at, and then you see whether it's fair to put them in the same race. But okay,
The guy swam slowly so he could get in the race.
okay, that is true though. That is true because the winner had Down syndrome. Okay, now obviously, to me, a guy with no leg has a bigger disability in a swimming competition to someone who has that. He came first. The guy with no leg was 2 laps behind everyone.
Where do they
Surprising.
draw the
It's not
line?
fair.
Because I might enter, and if they say, "What's up with you?" and if they say, "What's wrong?" and I'll go, "I've got a broken heart." Because where
That's
does
not a
it end?
disability.
Where does it end? But I thought that until I heard this question answered, and there's different. If you watch it, there's different categories. So and there's some sort of coding on the race where it may say it's the 100-metre butterfly, and it will be C, and that means that the disability is rated C. I don't know how that really works.
Yeah, but how can they say that it's fair that someone that obviously qualified to be this far in it with no leg goes against the guy with Down syndrome that comes first, and then the guy with no leg is 2 laps behind everyone? Surely someone must have gone, hang on a second.
I'm sure
this
they've
is
thought
unfair.
about this, Fraser. I'm sure you are not the only person to have ever raised the topic. Like, hold on a minute.
How can
this
you
guy
swim with one leg?
This guy has no arms,
With
legs,
difficulty.
or a head. That guy has a broken toe. This isn't fair, is it?
Well, no, it's true.
You are the only one
I
who's
sometimes
pointed that out.
think that they just go, I just throw them all in together.
Throw them all in together. You can't say that sort of comment.
No, I tell you what, I wouldn't like to be a spectator at the visually impaired javelin competition.
Oh dear.
Well, you know what? If you are at that visually impaired javelin competition, you know what could help? A nice cup of coffee.
How would that help? How would that possibly help? He's there. He's basically committed so many years of his life to training for this moment, and he says, actually, I'm not bothering anymore.
Well, anyway,
I prefer a coffee from Brian's in Ashton.
If maybe that's how he thinks, then why don't you try Coffee on the Line in National Indoor Market Hall? It's really great. £1.20 for a coffee.
Yes.
Has it gone up?
Yeah,
Yes,
it has gone up.
yeah.
20p now. It's gone up.
Still good value, though.
Still great value.
I
Exactly.
beg to differ.
Well, get out, basically. But there we go. That's our sponsor. Thanks very much, Brian, for
I haven't
trusting
trained
us,
for
basically.
10 years of my life to be a professional javelin and then turn up here and realise that prices have gone up by 20p.
Well,
Call me picky.
you travelled all the way from Glasgow as well, just for a coffee.
In fact, I'm so upset, I'm going to cry Iron Brew.
Oh, good.
Get the glasses ready.
The drinks are on me, boys.
I just imagine them all there, like when they're there. Oh, I've won the medal. Get the cup.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
Hold on a minute. I'm extra thirsty. Your dad's dead.
Oh, lovely. You get like a pint of Iron Brew from it. I
Imagine
think.
drinking tears.
How long have we done, Alex?
Tasted tears.
Alex is browsing Facebook over. He don't care.
42 minutes.
Let's
He's
go.
on
Should we
Angry
call it a
Birds
day?
over there.
Should we call it a day? 'Cause
Well,
we do have to do another one.
I don't know. Shall we call it a day or shall we just continue?
Let's call it a day, I think.
2 more minutes. I've got a few more things to talk
So
about.
2:45 then.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of them being
Be posted.
Okay.
this charity bike ride, because me and Alex are achy. That sounds wrong. Because we've done training for this charity bike ride. Michael has as well, and it's all in aid of a hospice in the Tameside area, which takes care of poorly people, and a lot of us have first-hand experience of this because we've had loved ones who have had to be treated by them and have been supported by them. So if you would like to support us, just because you don't know of the hospice, or maybe if you're listening to this somewhere else in the world, then still pledge some money, because our target is £500 and we're currently up to about £300 odd. All you need to do is to go to the website justgiving.com/Cheshire Ride, and that's Cheshire Ride, all one word, and we'll be starting the walk a week this coming Saturday. Sorry, yeah, I keep on saying walk. We'll be starting the bike ride a week this Saturday, and we've got to do 100 miles.
It's quite exciting. Yeah.
Well, it is for us, but you've
Not for
cancelled
me,
on us
I've
because
cancelled.
you have to go to Wales and sit in a
anyway,
caravan.
Have fun. But
Thank you for your
very
support.
much. Wow, really firing us up there, isn't he?
Hand in your pocket.
Yeah.
But,
In fact, yeah.
No,
a £10.
no.
You have to donate £10 for being such an arse. £10
You know
for
what I'm
being an
gonna do?
arse.
On the note, why you donating, I'm going to put because Gareth made me. Because I'm
Yeah,
an
because
arse.
no. Put down. Hi, I'm Fraser Cottrell. He is £10 because I'm an arse. Put that on the official thing.
No, better put it down that sadly you can't make it because you're lazy.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
rubbish. Yeah, don't put something like sorry I can't be there, but other commitments. Say I'm sorry I can't be there, but I'm currently sat on my arse eating crisps in a field.
That's true. Anyway, it's time for us to go now. Make sure that you subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already, and as well on iTunes, so you can catch the latest episode right when it comes out. And also we other than next week, we go live every single week at around 8 o'clock. If you subscribe to our page, then you'll get an update right away. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and all that jazz. Next week, we are pre-recorded, but everything will be out on Tuesday, so don't worry about that. But until then, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.